Welcome to the Tom's River Show. Pat O'Melia here, your concerned Tom's River resident. That's why I do this show. Today we got a fairly busy show. We're going to talk about multifamily housing development in Tom's River. There's quite a few people against it, and we'll go over that. We're going to talk about a millionaire's tax, and New Jersey is the most exited state in the nation, and we're going to talk a little bit about Seaside Heights. There's some opportunities down there for purchase. Calmer and the Bamboo are for sale. But right now, we're going to break the commercial. You're watching the Tom's River Show. We'll be right back. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net.
Meineke Car Care, conveniently located at 700 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City, half a mile north of County Road. Meineke bumper-to-bumper car care. Brakes, exhaust, oil change, wheel alignments, batteries, CV joints, and so much more. First-rate service at a price you can afford. All major cards accepted. Apply for a Meineke card. Meineke, Jersey City. Stop by and let Sammy check your brakes for free.
We're back. Tom's River Show. Pat O'Melia here. You concerned? You know who you are, Tom's River resident. If you need to get in touch with me, go to our website, HMG TV Shows. There you can send me an email, hit the contact. If you got a question, Tom's River, you got a story idea, you got a problem? You got a problem in Tom's River? I can get with Mayor Kelleher and help you with that. You got a problem in Ocean County? I can get with Joe for carrying the rest of those freeholders and help you with that. We're pretty good. And consumer issues, we're very good at that. So you can go to HMG TV Shows. There you can watch this show again. All our other shows are archived there. We stream our shows on livestream.com. Really, when you go to HMG TV Shows, you're going to live stream. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube. You can like us and subscribe to us, all that good stuff. But we're here to help the people of Tom's River. Tom's River is like a microcosm of Jersey City, which is the gene pool. Everybody from Tom's River, go too far into the degrees of separation to find Jersey City. And the same issues that Jersey City faced over a span of time, Tom's River is facing now. I don't have my coffee. I don't want to make a whole pot of coffee. I'm filming today in the HMG studios. I'm in Seaside Heights tomorrow, but I'm meeting with plumbers to install a combo washer dryer at my kid's house. So I'll be in Seaside, and I would have taped in the Seaside studios, but you're definitely never sure when the plumbers are going to show up. Limiting multifamily housing in Tom's River. Good idea, because multifamily, when you're going to build 2 family or 3 families, they'll turn into easily 4 or 5 families with the bonus or illegal apartments, as we call it in Jersey City, where there's a true need for a crackdown on illegal apartments. There are a lot of frauds that are committed, and people don't realize that. You know, they want to get the extra money. You got tax fraud locally, you got tax fraud statewide, you got tax fraud federally. Because you're not telling those agencies you have a multifamily, 3 or 4 family. You're telling them you got a 2 or a 1. Insurance fraud, there's so many frauds you're committing when you're doing that. It is wise not to do that. And what happens when there's illegal apartments, there's a drain on city services, township services, schools are overcrowded, and it's not enough being collected out of property taxes. 3 Democrats were elected to the Tom's River Council in a predominantly GOP town. 70% of it went for Kim Gardano during the governor's race. Elected 3 Democrats for the reason of overdevelopment. How do you prevent overdevelopment? Zoning. And there's a development project where the Red Carpet Inn, it kind of collides with this idea of limiting development, but I'm sure I'm going to work hard to bring the council people on. We had Mo Hill on. I want to bring the rest in, but I guess I got to keep calling to get council people on. How do you accomplish this? You do it by zoning. You want to limit development, you do it by zoning, but you have to enforce the zoning. You can designate it R1, residential 1 family, residential 2 family, but you have to enforce. If you lack on enforcement, then you lose control. R1 works. Not a lot of developers want to build R1 housing. They want multifamily. Commercial retail works. That takes away the residential aspect. Lot size. You determine you have to have so much lot size to build. You include traffic. Nobody ever includes traffic in the zoning. That should be a part of all zoning. If you're going to build a big development, there's traffic involved. Building codes. You can mandate how these buildings would be built. Now, again, you mandate this. They got to be realistic. Can't be spot zoning, but you can make it undesirable to do a major development. Front and rear setbacks. Somebody's developing, they want to utilize as much of the footprint as possible. You determine what your front and rear setbacks and side setbacks are. Overall height of the development. These can all restrict development. Now, no abatements. You can determine that the developer's got to upgrade city sewer and water lines. They're not too crazy about doing that. You can have blue laws if you're worried about commercial and retail. But where things get shaky is when property rights get involved. Now, you and I both, if we own the property and we wanted to sell it and we maximize our return by selling it to this developer who's going to put a multifamily unit on there, and we're going to restrict it and say only R1, and that hurts your return on your investment, your property. That's when things get a little out of hand. I don't know how you're going to deal with that. You may want to branch in, phase in this kind of zoning, but that is truly the answer. Zoning and enforcing that zoning. And you have to be respectful of people's property rights. Jersey City, we did this. We overdeveloped it. We are overdeveloped. We would take a land footprint that at one time had 4 or 6 apartments on it, and we put a 10-story unit with 60 apartments. And the sewers were overwhelmed, the parking was overwhelmed, schools were overwhelmed, our streets didn't get any bigger, but we put more people in the area. And it's huge congestion. We just had a project on Magnolia, not too far from Journal Square, where there's going to be a complex that doesn't fit the area. But because we didn't fight for our zoning, and a previous administration made a little deal, there's going to be a huge building in the center of 1 or 2 family homes. You want to curtail development? It's in zoning. We're going to break for commercial. You're watching the Tom's River Show. I'll be right back.
Pen and Pencil Properties, Jersey City. Shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces that address your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment, adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at penandpencilproperties.com. Pen and Pencil Properties, building Jersey City for everyone. Good Friend Self-Storage in North Bergen, New Jersey is a fully climate-controlled facility equipped with state-of-the-art security, packing supplies, a Refer Friend program, and multiple loading docks convenient for commercial use. Located just off of Route 3 at 4301 Tunnelly Avenue, Route 1 and 9. Call 201-867-2444 or visit us on the web today. Good Friend Self-Storage. Let us be your good friend.
We're back. You're watching the Tom's River Show. I'm here, Pat O'Melia. You're here, Tom's River resident. You're watching this on Comcast 190 on Saturdays and Mondays, and you got it on YouTube, and you got it on hmgtvshows.com and livestream.com. Getting back with zoning, you can curtail development, but you have to research your zoning. Do not put in an ordinance where it isn't researched, because there will be challenges. People have property rights. You have to appreciate people's property rights. If you and I, we had a good piece of property and we wanted to sell it, and you can maximize your return on it by multi-development, you want to do that. But you have to be respectful of people's property rights. But yeah, I agree. I would not want to see what happened in Jersey City happen to Tom's River. Really, I tell you, you want to see the future of Tom's River? Let's go look at Jersey City. It really is a microcosm of Jersey City, and there's a lot of people from Jersey City who escaped and came down to Tom's River. Let's do a little state. Then we're going to do a little seaside. Do a little state. The governor is doubling down on millionaires tax. Now, I have a problem. I'm not a millionaire. I'm a hundredaire. I have a problem when we want to tax people because they're successful. Everybody strives to send their kids to school so they become, better than we. You know, you want your kids to be doctors, lawyers, you know, whatever field they went to school for. They, you know, the people who've gone to college and they've gone to graduate school and they did their internships and their residencies, whatever the field may have required, they did that. And they've become successful. And now many want to tax those people because they're successful, because other people didn't have the dedication to achieve what these people did. See, I look at that as class warfare. Just because you're rich doesn't mean you should be taxed more. Because you went out and excelled and you went through school and training or whatever skills, you're a very successful plumber, well, you did your time. You learned your trade, you interned. You know, it's just because you're successful now doesn't mean we should tax you more because other people aren't. I have a problem with that. And so does the rest of the state of New Jersey. New Jersey is the most exited state in the nation. More people leave New Jersey than are coming in. Home ownership since 2008 is down 100,000 homes statewide since 2008, like 10 years. Think about that. Home ownership is down 100,000 units because people are getting out of here. New Jersey has 14 million square feet of empty office space. Now why? Because it's the highest tax state. New Jersey has 7 million feet of empty retail. We have malls that are failing. We have major chains, Sears, Kmart, Penny's is iffy right now, that are failing. The economy is changing. Amazon is taking over. They're looking for space, and I'm going to talk about Amazon in this. Telecommuting has more than doubled since 2008. More people staying home because of the internet and Wi-Fi and the ability to do your job at home than going to offices. You know, that's not necessary in a lot of fields. And if you're a millionaire, you can easily telecommute. We need to change how we operate in the state of New Jersey. Finding new ways to tax isn't the answer. What a lot of people are talking about in our towns on how we have to change and to attract people is to redesign and repurpose our municipalities. I'm not sure I agree with that. But, well, they just came from those think tank people. I think it's on NJ.com where I got the idea for this segment today, and I took some of the information. They're looking for younger adults, want a place where they can live, work, and play, almost in like a gated community. Towns becoming almost gated communities where they're not going to travel too far. They're going to go to work, hopefully in the same space, live in the same area and play. They're not going to move around much, where us of another generation, you know, we want to drive down to the shore. We drove, we went places. We didn't walk to wherever we're going. And that's what people are thinking the next generation wants to do: stay in place, work, live, and play in the same basic square footage. You know, maybe the younger people, that works until you have kids. Once the kids comes, that game is over. The reason we have 100,000 less homeowners in New Jersey, the reason we have so much empty office space, the reason we have empty retail space. Retail gets a lift because you got the Amazon factor there, but there are other factors at play. Because you take your streets, and this is a good renaissance, you know, there's streetscapes, you know, where like in Central Avenue in Jersey City, we see a comeback of the neighborhood stores. There are people out there who want to get into business, but we make it very difficult here in New Jersey. There are reasons all this is transpiring in New Jersey, and the main reason people are exiting and the main reason we have a problem with jobs is taxes. And we're going to talk about that when we come back from commercial. You're watching the Tom Rivers Show. I'll be right back.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers the quality of life you deserve in 10 high-rise rental towers with amenities such as the on-site Newport Path subway, light rail and ferry service, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Sears, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams Supermarket is just outside your front door. A health and fitness club, spa, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. NewportNJ.com. Enjoy the New York skyline from Newport Town Square. Manhattan is just one path stop away or quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Want to visit Newport? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. Go to NewportNJ.com for details. Newport has luxurious towers, great restaurants, shopping, New York skyline views, schools, playgrounds, a marina and yacht club, gym, spa, fine wine, fine living. It's incredible. It's you. NewportNJ.com. Newport, live like you want.
We're back. Tom's River Show. Pat O'Meara. Like to fix my collar, fix my shirt. Remember, you can tweet me at JC Hudson Media. We got our website, HMG TV shows. Yeah, you can YouTube us. You can Facebook us. We're easy to get in touch with. Getting back to some of the problem in New Jersey, I have tremendous high hopes for Governor Murphy. I need this guy to be a 2-term governor of New Jersey, and 2-term because he was successful the first term. I don't want him to turn into Florio, McGreevey, Corzine, your last 3 Dems who were all one and done. Actually, in some cases, less than one and done. Taxes, property taxes, is job one. It's the property taxes that are hurting this state. We can't maintain a level of life here because things are so expensive. It's the #1 state in taxation in the United States. It's the #1 exited state. And as more people leave, there's less people to spread this burden over. We need to cut expenses. Now, I talk about shared services. Murphy's a smart guy. He's got to look at how to, monetize and cut expenses. Now, he's made campaign promises. You got the teachers, you got a lot of unions that are looking at Murphy for salvation. Murphy's got to be very careful in what he does. He has got to monetize, or you got to try to get the most bang for your buck and cut expenses. Shared services, downsizing government, having shared services between the state and the municipalities, and municipalities between the counties. Tom's River with Ocean County, Tom's River with Seaside Heights, Tom's River. There's a lot of ways you can cut expenses by all working together. I think it was last week's show, the week before, Route 37 in Tom's River, freaking disaster. I should probably, I'll have my guys use some of the pictures of a pothole situation we have in Jersey City. I'm as much a nuisance in Jersey City as I am in here in Tom's River. I sent emails to our DPW, and I spoke to these guys about fixing deadly potholes. But, we always need to hire more people. We have a problem when we talk about development. We have a situation with development here, and one of the problems is we don't have enough building inspectors. We never have enough because we're always trying to stretch that penny. We need to do the shared services. Route 37, there's tons of potholes. The county of Ocean has a road crew. Tom's River has a road crew. The state has a road crew. Tom's River should contact the state and say, listen, first off, it's in our town, Tom's River. Our residents are on it. We'll take care of the potholes. We'll bill you instead of you sending a crew out here. We'll take pictures. Beep, beep, beep. Here's pictures. Here's the invoice. You work that out. And as you do that, you spread the expenses, and it comes back to you. We have a situation in Liberty State Park in Jersey City. It's big state park. It costs about $3.5–4 million a year to maintain. You're paying that in Tom's River. You pay part of that cost. We have an opportunity to expand a marina and a golf course that could cover that $3.5–4 million a year and repair a $50 million bulkhead. Not instead of going to your pocket. We should do that. We need to cut expenses and maximize the bang for our buck. And I'm telling you, Murphy's the guy to do it. But Murphy's got to put the gauntlet down and say, listen, I appreciate what everybody's needs are, but my first job is the state of New Jersey and its residents. The office space that's empty and the retail, We can't attract corporations in New Jersey because it's so expensive without bribing them. We're bribing Amazon to get them to Newark. I think we're bribing them to the tune of $1 million a job. We're giving them $5 billion in tax breaks for like 50,000 jobs. And that's not including what we do with the local communities, with the abatements and so forth. We have to get out of constantly bribing people to do business here, because in the long run, I don't think it works out for us, because it doesn't end. You know, I want to attract another business. Well, look what we did for Amazon. We gave millions and millions of dollars in tax breaks to Goya Foods to move across the street. We gave millions in tax breaks to Panasonic to go from Secaucus to Newark. That doesn't make sense for us. We shouldn't have to bribe people to do business here, but the problem is we're so friggin' expensive that we have to do these bribes. And like I said, with Amazon, I think I'd have to do the math. Now, the math is probably more than I can deal with, but I think it was like $1 million a job. Is that what we got to pay here? And the problem with Jersey, unless Murphy, and Murphy really has to get the house in order, he's looking at the pot tax and sports betting. If either of those don't come, or both of those don't come by, you got some serious problems in New Jersey. So I can't express this enough. We have to get the house in order. We have to cut expenses. And you can start it locally. You can do it with Tom's River. Tom's River can start shared servicing with other communities in the county and the state. That's possible. Will we do it? I don't know. We're going to break the commercial. You're watching the Tom's River Show. I'll be right back.
Rama Jewelers, located in the Lyndhurst Shopping Center at 413 Valley Brook Avenue, Lyndhurst. Come for all your jeweler needs at Rama Jewelers, where you will find a fine selection of necklaces, earrings, rings, and bracelets. Choose from one of our complete sets, our many signature items, or find the perfect engagement ring. Come on down. That's Rama Jewelers at 413 Valley Brook Ave, Lyndhurst. Call 201-939-5784 or visit us online today.
The Jersey City Medical Center. You know it for its award-winning life-saving ambulance service. It's also your health hub, with health and wellness locations staffed with certified professionals all through Hudson County. The Jersey City Medical Center, here to help you with your healthy, here when you need us the most. The Jersey City Medical Center. Visit us on the net to learn more. Jersey City Medical Center, Robert Wood Johnson, Barnabas Health Facility. Let's be healthy together. We're back. You're watching the Tom's River Show. Like I said before, HMG TV shows. You can get in touch with me there. Send me an email. You can tweet me at JC Hudson Media. You got us on YouTube. You got us on Facebook. We're easy to get in touch with. If you got a problem, I'd like to help you. I hope I don't have any problems with this plumber. I got to see another. We got a plumber in our watch list right now. Hopefully. I got $1,000 in free plumbing for Tom's River from the watch list. Hopefully this plumbing company doesn't force me to put them on the wall of shame. They're on a watch list right now, but in part to making good on their problems with constituents and consumers, we got $1,000 in free plumbing for Tom's River and $1,000 for my home city, Jersey City. Speaking of my other home city, Seaside Heights, I feel like I live down there. Been down here, I guess, the last 10, 12 years. We have a studio down there. I film on the boardwalk. And it's coming up, the Shore Show is coming up and about to get in production. We'll be filming up on the boardwalk on the Franklin Street stage, promoting your tourism, telling you Tom's River people need to come to Seaside Heights. Just come over the bridge. There's a lot to do year round. But let's get what my story is here. Two of the big nightclubs in Seaside Heights are for sale. The Bamboo and Karma. You remember them from, if you watched the Jersey Shore with Snooki and the gang, they were always in there. Since there's been a new mayor here, a new sheriff in town, and that being Mayor Boz, he has changed the vibe, the personality, the culture of Seaside Heights. It is no longer Sleeside. It is a family Seaside Heights. And Tony Boz is at that like every day, making it family, family, family. Now, if you're interested in some investment opportunities, the Karma obviously has variances to build 45 residential units and mixed retail. It's a big footprint. The Bamboo apparently has approvals for 60 condominiums. I didn't have a problem with Bamboo or Calmer. The only problem really was that from the Jersey Shore days, I didn't hear a lot from Chief Boyd having a lot of problems there. But when Mayor Boz started going in with the family attitude, the family culture, changing Seaside, Seaside was no longer attracting that young, running wild, drunk in the streets of Seaside and drunk on the boardwalk group anymore. That is over now. Boz, I think it's been coming in a little more than 2 years. You've seen the change almost immediately on how things were going to be in Seaside Heights. Mayor Boz went to property owners who weren't taking care of their property on the boulevard. He had this steel skeleton that was up there for like 10 years. Mayor Boz said, listen, if you are not going to take care of your property and make it, something the town can be proud of, we're going to use eminent domain and we're going to take your property away. Then all of a sudden it was, what? Yeah, we got things going on at Seaside Heights. You got, this guy Bob Bennett, I got to meet him too. This guy is putting money in Seaside Heights. The bank closed. Bank of America, I think it was. So that's going to be an ice cream parlor right by the miniature golf course, which is a couple of blocks off the boardwalk. Mayor Boz said, listen, you're not taking care of the property? We're going to change things. I'm one of the people working with him to change. There'll be we're working on the Seaside Splash here, where we're going to give you updates every day on Seaside Heights. How you can save money, what's going on, what the weather is, all that sort of thing. And we're going to start talking about going year-round in Seaside Heights. And we'll be bringing that to you on television. Maybe I should get to my notes, huh? So we're not going to be Seaside. You got a different town. If you're thinking of buying a home, raising a family, maybe your retirement years, Seaside Heights is probably the right place. There is everything. There's schools in there. There's parks. All this is in Seaside Heights. Seaside Heights is more than the beach and the ocean. There's a whole town there. And if you're looking at what happened in Asbury Park with their property values, that'll be nothing compared to Seaside Heights. Seaside Heights still has that shore town feel to it, which is one of the things I'm a little bit concerned about with Mayor Boz's development efforts in Seaside. Like the 60 condominiums and the 45 residential units. You still want your shore town to have that shore town feel. I don't want these emails or people knocking me for saying this, but Asbury Park is Jersey City with a boardwalk. I step off the boardwalk in Asbury Park, I may as well be in Jersey City. In Seaside Heights, I step off the boardwalk, it still has that shore feel. There's still sand in the streets, the stores, beach and ocean centric, it still has that shore. You get up to the boulevard, you still have a shore feel. I really don't want to see a whole bunch of condominiums and high-rises, that sort of thing, but you've got to have a rateable base, and a lot of the rateable base is still missing in Seaside Heights. Seaside Heights has worked hard with Mayor Boz to overcome the Sleeside and the Jersey Shore and the Snooki days, and even Seaside Park is in the game now. For the last few years, they had, inflatable attractions there. They got real stands, real set. The boardwalk is done. They're expanding out there. It is going to be a good year for Seaside Heights and Seaside Park. Be part of it. All right, I am at a show. You be good. You be safe. I'll talk to you next week. Good night.